Today I'm going to show you 7 different movements that we can use to prepare the body for a preparatory program before a BBL, and then one that we're going to do post-surgery. So I hope you like this program and these series of exercises. Let's get at it. Hi, my name is John Sinclair. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified applied functional scientist, certified strength and conditioning professional, as well as a medical exercise specialist. Today, I'm going to take you through a variety of different movements designed around the idea of creating function. And what I mean by creating function is to training not only the muscles, but the connective tissue that surround the muscles to give us shape after and before a BBL procedure. There's 3 different levels to it. So start on level 1, go through that, and when you start to find that it's getting a little bit easier, you can now graduate to more complex exercises, which would be the level 2 exercises. From there, once you get proficient at those drills, then you can move to level 3. That's a very safe and effective way to go through this program. This first set of drills is going to serve as a warm-up. We're going to use some pro bands here to add a little bit of resistance to these movement patterns that will activate small motor units that are around the hip joint that create a little bit of space in that hip, and that'll make it easier for us as we get going with a little bit more functional drills coming up right after that. In this first warm-up exercise, we're going to have Melanie do a sideways walk using the pro band. So Melanie, you can just get into a nice tall stance, and we're just gonna have you walk side to side, small steps at a time. Okay, away you go. There you go. And then come back. And you may stop there. This next exercise is going to be a lateral squat walk. So you're gonna go into a bit of a squat for me, Melanie, and then now you're gonna walk sideways. Yeah, there you go, perfect. And then come back. And one more, and rest, very good. And the next exercise is going to be a pigeon-toed, so her toes are gonna be turned in, and then we're gonna do the same straight leg and walk. So your toes are in like this, and you can do a goofy little walk side to side. Try to keep them pointed in. There you go. And then come back. Keep those toes pointed in. There you go. It's a hard one. And rest. Very good. This is the forward lunge exercise. So I'm gonna have Melanie, we're gonna just do the first lunge going straight forward, and then we're gonna do a variation of it. So the first exercise is gonna be go forward, step back, then the other leg, step back. Let's do that one first. There you go. So the goal with this is for her to try to find a comfortable range of motion that when she steps forward, she feels comfortable stepping back. Okay, so now we're gonna do part 2. So you're gonna step across the line of your belly button with your toe turned in, and then reach the hand. So it'll go across, and then the hand comes with it. There you go. There you are. And reach real far now. Reach far with the leg. There you go. And so as she reaches further and brings her hand down, that's giving a real big stretch to the outside of the hip. And rest there. Good. The next exercise is going to be our side lunge. So Melanie, we're gonna have you go, as you step to the side, stick your tail back and really reach and load into that hip, okay? There you go. Very good. Very good. So you notice she has her head over top of her footprint, so she's shifting her weight to that side. And one more. That's perfect. Good lunges. Good job, Melanie. On this next exercise, we're going to do what we call a clock push-up, where Melanie's right foot is gonna go to 4 o'clock and her left foot is gonna go to 8 o'clock. So Melanie, you're just gonna take that step back, load into that foot, and then return. And we'll do 3 each side for us. Yep. Perfect. and come back. And as you can see, she keeps her front foot pointing straight at 12 o'clock while she moves to 8 o'clock now with her left foot. Yeah, perfect. Very good. The first squatting exercise is our traditional body weight squat. And so what we're gonna have her do is we're gonna have just a little bit wider stance than shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out just a tiny bit. Yep, there you go. And you're just gonna sit into a squat. You can put your hands forward like you're grabbing a tray of apples. There you go. Perfect, excellent. On the next exercise, we're gonna do a sumo squat. Now you can do this with body weight, but because Melanie's so strong, we're gonna give her a little dumbbell to hang on to. So she's gonna grab the dumbbell on the outside of the handles here, get really wide with her stance, reach down and let that weight kind of pull her lower, and then stand up. So there you go, Melanie. Show us how it's done. There you go. 2 more. And 1 more. Fantastic, good job. For this third exercise, we're doing a split squat, but we're gonna add a little bit of weight to it. At home, you can do this with just your body weight. If you need to challenge yourself, because you're strong like Melanie is, we're gonna use the sandbell. So Melanie, you can hold this in your hands, keep it up, pointed that way, long stride with your stance, and we're gonna go straight up and down 5 times each leg. There you go. Good, and then the other side. Perfect. So this next one is called a chopping series, and the chop means I'm gonna move an object from a high position to a lower position. So Melanie's got a Viper Pro. I'm gonna demonstrate just with my hands. So the hands are coming down as I come down. So I wanna feel like I'm driving my hands down. And then when we use the tool, away you go, there you go. So she's using a Viper Pro to create more momentum, which means the muscles on the back side of the hips, they really have to turn on to slow it down. Good, and let's do the other side too. So now because we've got a long cylindrical object, she's gonna chop straight vertical between the legs. And rest. In this next exercise, we're gonna do a rotational chop. We're gonna have her start in a long stride, and then you're gonna take your opposite hand and you're gonna drive it down, kind of like you're chopping down a tree. Okay, so we're gonna pretend that this Viper Pro is an axe, and she's gonna chop down a tree in that position. So as she drives her hands down here and her hands pass her knee, that's really loading up the outside of the glute muscle. There we go. Let's do the other side. There you go. Coming from here. Yep. That's it now. There you go. And so the mass and momentum of that tool is going to, as it passes and increases in speed going down towards her knee, that's going to expand and lengthen the glute muscle. And that's what's going to give it its shape, is the lengthening of the tissue. Great job, buddy. In this third exercise, this is the most challenging one. We're gonna add a side lunge and a chop together. You ready for this one? So you start here, step to the side, and bring your hands down. So let's start up top. Yep, step, chop. Good. The faster you go, the harder it's going to be. So if you have a Viper Pro, or you have a medicine ball, or you have even a little dumbbell, that will create a little more momentum and make it harder for your glute. So make sure you can only move that thing as fast as you can, so that when you step back, you're moving with good rhythm and timing. As you can see, Melanie's got perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and perfect coordination here. And rest. All right, in this series, this is a set of drills that we're gonna do using a box or a stair or a step that you're gonna do to go up. And the idea of stepping up is going to activate that glute in its shortened environment. So a little different than the ones we did in a lengthened environment. So what I'm gonna have you do, Melanie, is put your one foot in the middle of the box, and you're gonna stand up and balance on that leg. There you go. So real easy step up. And you wanna select a height that challenges you. Very good. All right, on this next exercise, we're gonna do a step down. So the focus, Melanie, is to keep your foot on there and to lower yourself slowly. So you'll have one foot on the platform, and as you go down, you're gonna lower slowly, but keep lots of tension in that hip as you come up and down. Okay? Try that for me. Yes. Good, a little slower. There you go. Nice. And one more time. And good. So the difference between those two is she was actively stepping up and balancing at the top. Here she has to go down, load that hip, and stay loaded in there for a longer period of time. Excellent work. On this next exercise, this one's called a curtsy step down lunge. So what we're gonna have Melanie do is she's gonna stand on the box with her right foot on, and then her left foot's gonna come down to the southeast, I guess that would be. So I'm stepping down and reaching behind me, okay? Let's try that one, bud. There you go. Very good. And so as she drives that foot behind her, she's putting that hip into more internal rotation, which lengthens the glute muscle and provides creating shape for that glute activity. In this next series, we're gonna do some deep strides. So what that means is we're gonna continually walk, but we're gonna walk with a low height. So what Melanie's gonna do is she's gonna take a big step, take another big step, and try to get as low to the ground as she can with each step. So let's go with 3 at a time. Very good. Big step. One more time. Good, and then turn around and come back. There you go. There you go. And I like she's crossing her midline here, which is excellent because that will lengthen that glute a little bit further. Very good. The next deep stride exercise is we're going to put a little twist in it. So you're going to twist your hands as you do it. So if I do this one, I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to reach my hands across my leg that's leading. There you go. Very good. Good. Turn around and come back. On this next deep stride drill, this is the most challenging one. She's gonna take a deep stride and then she's gonna reach away from her front leg. So as she takes a step, she's gonna drive away, driving her hip away from the hand to help lengthen that glute in the frontal plane. There you go. And so let's do it as we travel now. So let's start over here, Melanie. And let's go like this now. Here, and then you step into another big one, step, another big one for me. Yeah. Good. Reach that hip as far as you can away from your hand. There you go. In this next series, we're gonna do a movement called the swing. The swing is about creating a pendulum action that is having us move this object with momentum. So it'll look like this, Mel. You're gonna swing between your legs up and down. It's actually the opposite of that chopping motion that we did. Okay, and when you get to here and you're at this tall position, squeeze those muscles together in the backside. There you go. A little faster. A little faster. There you go. Now we're using some momentum. Good job. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Nice work. So you could use a medicine ball or some dumbbells, anything that has a little bit of weight that's going to create a little more momentum for you. The next swing is going to be a side swing. So we're going to step to the side and swing that object away from her. So as we're swinging and we're creating momentum here and I plant that foot in the ground, that hip has to dynamically stabilize to create that shape we're looking for. So this next exercise, we're gonna have her do a step back or rotational lunge at the same time she's going to swing in that pattern. So swinging with momentum to keep a nice consistent rhythm, just like a grandfather clock. There you go. There you go. And she's got a nice pivot lunge on the back foot. So she pivots that foot around to give freedom into that hip joint, which will ultimately load the opposite leg. So this one, we'd say we're targeting the right glute when she goes to her right. And then same thing on this side. There you go. The final drill in this series is a jumping series, and we're gonna see how well you express power with the glute. So the first exercise we're gonna do in this series, you're gonna go into a hold position here, and then we're gonna jump, and then we're gonna land. Hold, jump, and then land. Okay, try that. Jump as high as you can, land as low as you can. There you are. Hold, go. Hold, go. Hold, go. And rest. Good jumps, Melanie. Okay, so we did a stop jump before that. The next level up is going to be a repeated jump. So no stops, just get as many as you can, okay? Very good. Good rhythm. Your takeoff and your landing looks exactly the same. That's what we're looking for. And rest. The final exercise in this program is the ultimate glute exercise for the BBL, and that's the skater pattern. This is my all-time favorite exercise. So we're going to mimic what it's like to skate, driving from one foot to the next. So being from Canada, of course it's my favorite exercise. Let's see how Miss Venezuela does it here. Very good. You're gonna get this girl some hockey skates and a hockey stick. Play for the Panthers next year. There you go. "60 more minutes and you're done." Good job. Thank you for going through this program with us. Remember, there's 3 different levels to it. Follow the sets for each drill, and when it starts to get easy for you, you can do one of 2 things. You can jump up complexity of exercise, or you can add a little bit of resistance with some of the tools that you have in your home, whether it's a medicine ball, a dumbbell, a band, a Viper Pro, or a sand bell. I hope you enjoyed those drills, and good luck on your preparation for your surgery as well as your recovery.